You want some Special K? We eat Special K all day.
Alright, y'all, thanks for checking in. I posted that video for a reason, because yesterday morning, before the morning of the fight, okay, me and my Twitter followers were talking about Shawn Porter being a little overconfident. I had seen those videos that Porter put out where he was mocking Kell Brook and the whole Special K nickname that he has with the cereal box and everything. He made a few videos. His dad made a video. You know, they've been doing a lot of talking leading up to the fight. They even let Kell Brook watch him spar and leading up to the fight as well. And then when they were asked about it, they seemed to be like, oh, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if he watches us because he's just gotta have to see what he has to deal with. You know, they was a little too cocky. I mean, it's one thing to sell the fight, you know, and I believe that's what Porter was doing here. I mean, Porter is usually very humble, but Brook is extremely humble. You know, you can't have two humble guys just going at it. You know, it's good to have someone, at least one of them is a little entertaining, but I thought these guys took it too far, and I'm not blaming. That's the reason Porter won the fight. Okay, Brook won the fight because he was the better fighter. He was the better man that night. I know I picked Porter to win, but a lot of reasons why I thought Porter would win was because half of the reason because I thought mentally he would have been the better fighter. Okay, he's been here before. He's been in the position that he was. You know, this was his. He won the championship, the IBF belt. He had his first title defense against Paulie. He was very successful in that. And I just think that he's been fighting on this level. You know, I could go as far as saying that it's pretty debatable that Julio Diaz is a better boxer than Kell Brook faced up to this point. It's debatable, you know. Kell Brook did what he had to do. All right, he took care of business. Okay, one thing, you know, I was just watching the fight again, and you really got to take a good look at his footwork. You know, he was using, you know, every single time Porter was leaping in with that left hook that he had so much success with Paulie Malignaggi. Brook wasn't even there. You know, he'll take a couple steps back, create some distance, catch him with that right hand over and over again. All right, Shawn Porter had no answer for that right hand. All right, Brook was landing that right hand all night. Okay, he come back, you know, same thing, you know, created some space, counter him with the uppercut, you know, counter him with the check left hook. Brook looked great, you know, and I'm not gonna front. I was watching the fight and I found myself rooting for Kell Brook because I didn't like what Shawn Porter was doing in there. Okay, I don't want to go as far as saying he was exposed because I still believe that Shawn Porter can beat a lot of fighters, a lot of welters. You know, I still think he can, and I still think that he has the skills to become champion again. Okay, might not be by beating Kell Brook, but I think he's still a very good fighter. He's still one of the best at 147. You know, possibly, maybe still top 5. I don't know. But, you know, he's definitely still a top 10 fighter, okay, at welterweight. Now, I did a post-fight video yesterday. It was pretty short because I was out on the run, so I wasn't able to really do a detailed one. But, you know, after watching it again, it's really, I didn't really notice anything new this time around from watching it on the television. So as far as what I feel on the future on these two fighters, there's a lot of possibilities. You know, I think Porter needs to let that cut heal, but don't go too long. You know, don't go too long. Get in there. You know, hopefully you can get in there by the end of the year. You know, get in there by the end of the year, early next year. You know, the latest. You know, January, February. You know, anywhere between December and February. You know, and you know, he left a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouth. Not really for me, but a lot of people felt that he was exposed because he couldn't really make any adjustments. All he did was wrestle. You know, the body shots, they weren't effective. You know, he was landing body shots, but they weren't effective. It was like, you know, let me go to the body while we're holding each other. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really effective. And this is why he didn't really win rounds, you know. Like I said, the most he won was 5 rounds. Tops. I personally think he won about 4 rounds, all right? A couple of those rounds were debatable. Some of them were real close. But when Kell Brook won a round, it was like, it was a clear win to me, you know. But I enjoyed the fight, and I still want to see a lot in the future with these guys. I still want to see the both of them fight Keith Thurman. You know, I think before leading up to this fight, I thought Kell Brook's style favored him more towards Thurman, and I still believe that. You know, I think Thurman is gonna have a tough time against Brook. Okay, I think Porter's style was good for Thurman. Like, I thought what Kell Brook was doing, if Thurman did the same thing and counter him and timed them coming in like that, Thurman can actually knock Shawn Porter out. Okay, but I thought Shawn Porter was gonna do a little bit more, you know, better against Kell Brook. I was actually surprised by Kell Brook, and Kell Brook did very well, a lot better than I expected. So as far as the future, Kell Brook, there's a lot of options right now. You have Marquez, he's interested in fighting. He wanted to fight the winner of this fight. You got Amir Khan. Who else did he name? You got Keith Thurman, okay? And then you got Floyd Mayweather, all right? I don't think Kell Brook is gonna get a Floyd Mayweather fight, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. I would like to see the Amir Khan fight, but I would like Khan to fight Devin Alexander in December. Preferably Devin. I actually think the Guerrero fight would be too easy of a fight for Amir Khan. I think Amir Khan would dominate Robert Guerrero, okay? I think it would be, you know, I mean, Guerrero definitely has a puncher's chance against Khan because Khan has a weak chin. But other than that, Khan is by far a better fighter than Robert Guerrero, in my opinion, okay? I would like to see Khan fight a slick fighter like Devin Alexander, okay? I would like that fight. I still think Khan, I'm still leaning a little bit towards Khan of winning that fight, but I'm not really too sure about that fight right now, you know, who would win that fight. I think that fight would be more competitive, all right? But I would like Khan to take that fight. I think the winner, if Khan is to win that fight, I think him and Kell Brook should do it sometime next year in Wembley, you know, early next year. I know Khan wants to get the Floyd Mayweather fight, but you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen with Floyd in this rematch. And me personally, I'd rather see Khan and Kell Brook get it on at Wembley and make it a big fight, you know. And I would like the hype to be up for that before I see Khan fight Floyd. I do want to see the Khan and Floyd fight, but I would rather see the Kell Brook fight after the both of them fight. I want to see Kell Brook fight one more time, have a title defense, and if Amir Khan wins this fight, they could do the whole big thing out in Wembley, okay? So that's my thoughts. Kell Brook, I would love for him to fight Marquez, okay? I think his style is perfect for Marquez, okay? Well, I think Marquez's style is perfect for Kell Brook. Kell Brook will look very good for Marquez. We know Marquez is a great counterpuncher, but Kell Brook's length, timing, his reach, his height, his strength, and his footwork, it would be too fast. And Marquez, I'll tell you right now, if they were to fight, Kell Brook is winning that fight, okay? Kell Brook is definitely winning that fight. But remember we did the videos, I think a lot of us on the YTBC did the video where we were discussing the Super 8 welterweight tournament. Shawn Porter, if he were to win this fight and have fought Marquez, that would have been a tough fight for for Shawn Porter. Okay, because Marquez and his counter-punching ability, he welcomes aggressive fighters. Okay, Kell Brook is a different type of fighter. You know, he's not as aggressive as Shawn Porter. Okay, he's a thinker in there. He has good timing. He has good footwork. All right, good counter-punching ability. But Shawn Porter's style would have been all wrong for Marquez, and Marquez would have been countering him all night long. Okay, possibly hurting him. worse than Kell Brook did. All right, so I love the fights. I also love the Keith Thurman fight. You know, I love the Keith Thurman fight. I know Keith Thurman is, you know, he had an injury and he's trying to get better from that. Do I want to see the fight? Yes. I can see it next. I'm fine. Like, if you know, if Kell Brook decides to fight Keith Thurman right now, that would be great. You know, that would be a great fight. As this was a 50-50 fight here, that's another 50-50 fight. Okay, because that fight would be that would be a boxing match between two. You know, right now I kind of think I think Kell Brook is slightly the better boxer between the two, but Keith Thurman has improved with every fight, and his athleticism and his speed has been improving, and his power punching, he has a lot more power than Kell Brook. Kell Brook got a big right hand, but Keith Thurman is on a different level when it comes to power. Okay, so you know, he's gonna catch Brook. Can Thurman take Brook's power? I think he could take it better than Brook could take his. You know, I really don't know where to go with that fight. But you know, I like all the fights, man. All of the fights. Kell Brook called everybody out. I like what he's doing right now. You know, so many opportunities for him with him. He's just happy he's the champ, and he just wants to defend his title against top guys. He called out Keith Thurman. Nobody calls out Keith Thurman. He calls out Amir Khan. He calls out Floyd Mayweather. He's welcome to fight Marquez. You know, this guy seems like he's legit and he wants to fight the best now. You know, the reason why I wasn't too sure about him is because he's never fought on his level. Now that he did, he is a champion now. He looked well conditioned in this fight too. He didn't look tired or anything like the Carson Jones fight. All right, we could just like I said in the other video, we can completely erase that fight. Okay, Kell Brook is here and he's very, very relevant at 147. Okay, so that's my thoughts, my final thoughts of the fight. Okay, let's move on. And I probably somebody asked me to do a video talking about Amir Khan and Kell Brook, how that fight would go. I might do a video on that, a separate video, just talking about those two if they were to fight. That would be a great fight. All right, so anyway, that's it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.